What the hell was that?
That was weird.
My computer lagging.
Oh my god. I hope it's not still doing that.
No, it's fine.
How's your tennis elbow?
Oh, it's better today. I got to play the djembe.
I noticed that the intro music was still going.
I stopped it.
Oh, all right. I was gonna say I felt like if that ever happened on stage, would you guys be nervous?
No, I just keep going.
Oh, could you press the plus button a couple times?
Can nobody hear us?
It's just.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Is anything happening?
Perfect. All right, we should be good to go.
So no one's gonna know all this.
ICG for life in the house.
Yo, let's G the building. No one's gonna know all the stuff that I said on mute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess not.
Good.
So you have to ask again. Lexi,
was-
how's your tennis elbow doing?
It's doing much better. Much
elbow. That's good. That's good. We're ready for this.
Much elbow.
We're ready for this podcast. You can tell.
Yeah, totally.
It's doing much better. I was able to play the djembe.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Lexi is she's our star djembe player.
Star?
I'm just doing that.
I like that.
Okay.
Star djembe.
We're all stars.
What else? I'm saying, how many celebrity merch girls do you know that play the djembe? Yeah? Big fish, small pond. I told you was a star. See? We're going to be talking about deep fake sepsis.
Deep fake sepsis?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, everybody, welcome to the Honeycomb Hideout. It's Wednesday. It's 7. We're on time. It happens every hump day.
Wednesday, let us.
That's right, at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We need everybody to share the fucking shit out of this feed. It's not even worth sharing. It's not.
Yeah, don't share it. You gotta share the fucking shit out of it.
Right.
There's a difference.
It's not even worth watching unless you're sharing.
Share it first, then watch.
Yes.
Share first, then
Right.
watch
And
it.
right, if you take a break and then you come back, then share it again somewhere else. You could share it to groups. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, Chapper, Snapper, Google, find a way to share this feed because not only do we enjoy doing it and have a lot of fun, but it actually does help us out every now and then with small expenses like tolls, guitar strings, 9-volt batteries. You guys that are in rock and roll bands, you guys already know 9-volt batteries. When you guys give us fucking stars and subscriptions, when you guys donate like that, we actually use that money to help us advertise on social media. We use it to grow this program. We use it to help grow our channels. No, we don't go buy chocolate and pizza.
No. We don't do that.
I know all of you guys probably think, that's how that guy smokes all that weed. He must be the podcast. No, I was smoking weed before I was podcasting.
100 stars from Chad Betts.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we're going to the dispensary. I mean, I'm kidding.
We're going to the recording studio.
Zachy needs a new shirt.
No, to be real, you guys, we really do plan on playing more quality over quantity shows this year and next. And we plan on having better videos. We plan on having better productions, higher quality music. And in order to do that, this shit is super expensive. We love doing it. And we don't even mind if we break even. But we can't get evicted while doing it. So that stuff really helps us out, believe it or not. Sharing this feed is one of the most powerful things you can do other than sending Melissa, a Walmart gift card.
Wally World?
9-volt batteries.
True.
Okay. So, I wanted to jump right into this today. We got to talk about deep fake sepsis. And we also have to talk about Rockfest. How come we didn't put on the ticker?
That's a really good question.
This is fantastic.
We forgot to update.
Can we put it on there now?
I mean, I can. Hold
Let's
on.
do it while everyone's here. They can see the magic of producer Melissa Wolf behind the boards over there in Studio
Live
B.
in the flesh.
Yeah.
What would you like it to say?
We're going to Rockfest or something like that, I think it should say.
All right.
Did you hear the news? Sepsis is going to be at Rockfest in Wisconsin at Cadot. Because now we know it's not called Cadit like some people thought.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay?
That's what it looks like.
I know. Shout out to all my friends in Wisconsin for settling that. What's that?
Cadot.
Google it. We have all that. We got Google. We got AI, Siri.
I can look it up too. if you
We
want.
got the Master Chief.
Let me help you.
150 stars from Sean.
What is going on? What is this? A special occasion?
Said, you're very fucking welcome in all caps.
I can appreciate that.
There
That's-
is 2 T's in Cadot. I almost said
She almost said
Cadit.
Cadit. I've had it with Cadit.
It sounds like cabbage. I don't know why.
After we get off of this, we're gonna smoke some of the devil's cabbage.
Woo!
Kids, don't
Right
pray to
here.
the devil.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Put a 1 in the chat if you like Zachy B's holographic shirt. Because I do. I'm putting a 1 in the chat.
I'm gonna give him a standing O.
It's Snorlax.
That's so
Which is me.
awesome.
It's me in cartoon form.
Snorlax?
You know, honestly, if we gave you ears like that,
Right?
yo, Melissa, sometimes you have to let Zachy B borrow your ears. And then he'll look like Snorlax.
Totally.
I'll be full form. I think it's even cute because in this one they have Pikachu sleeping on him.
Pikachu.
That is probably the cutest thing I
Right?
didn't notice.
Pika Pika.
Wow.
That's so cute.
Which makes this shirt even more like me because my cat always sleeps in
The
this general region.
wouldn't
Using
want-
my belly as like a little bed, you know?
There's a lot of real estate there for any small animal.
Exactly.
You know?
Not to brag, but I'm pretty comfortable.
Well, just make sure you don't tell Hans that on the tour bus.
Mother Metalhead, thank you for following on Kick.
Hey!
Hi.
We know and love Mother Metalhead. Thank you for following us on Kick. I didn't even know we went live on that. Are we on Rumble still?
We're on Kick, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
What?
Twitter.
You can go live on Twitter?
Yep.
What?
Form.
Wow, imagine that 30 years later they figured it out.
But wait, they're not even called Twitter anymore.
Oh, and Twitch also.
And Twitch.
I almost forgot Twitch. We're there.
I think everyone's always going to just call it Twitter just because
Right.
they know that it annoys him.
Yes!
Well, I
I
feel
love
like
that. That's
No one has ever discussed it until this podcast, but I just made that
Yeah.
clear. I've noticed that everyone calls it Twitter because he thinks that he's an evil scientist genius from DC Comics. No, I will say this. Ignoring the failed world government payment plan in the solar panels. I will say this. I refuse to call it X. Because when I was a teenager, there was a drug called X. I don't know if you guys know about it.
Ecstasy?
That's it.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, they called it X. You know.
I still hear it.
So I just you call it. I don't mean.
I
I
still
didn't.
hear it as that.
I don't think they
Yeah.
really have that anymore. But I.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they have it.
Oh, okay. All
For
right.
sure they
Shit.
have it.
All right. I stand.
They
I stand.
definitely
Okay.
have
I stand corrected. Kids, go to school.
Like, for example,
You
if
gotta choose.
you ever go to like an old school like bed and breakfast and you see in the guest book that a couple enjoyed a lovely weekend on X there, get a new room. You do not want to be in that.
I'm gonna skip that package.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna skip that.
That's man. We're gonna have to cover this new digital high that they got coming out with all the the newest augmented reality, it comes with these new features where they use frequencies and sonic waves to unlock certain receptors in the brain to make you feel euphoric, orgasmic, high, drunk. They're claiming that they can dial in the frequency now with artificial intelligence to your orgasm button.
Yeah. No, it's possible.
That they're claiming they can shatter fucking glass. We'll get to it on another. We can't do it this episode. We just can't. There's too much, and there's always too much in AI, and like we cover it every week because we have to. And I realize part of this podcast, every time we try to come up with new subjects, I realize half of the responsibility of this podcast is coming up with the shit that people refuse to talk about. That's why some people like watching this because we, and they tell us, we talk about the shit that other bands are fucking terrified to talk about. They watch this podcast. People have expressed that they would. People have encouraged us to continue with this podcast because they have been afraid to say what we feel comfortable talking about openly. So for a lot of people, we are presenting the subjects, and as conversationalists, we are injecting ourselves in mostly neutral and transparent, opinion-based research and conversationalist value. Meaning, we're encouraging people to do their own homework and to think for themselves and to be themselves. And sometimes that means bringing up topics that make us uncomfortable. AI is one of them. All right, but we've got to get to this now. I got to do this. I'm doing this new thing now where I'm reading off some of the best comments from people commenting on our page. We are one of the last pages on social media where people feel safe and comfortable to write how they feel. Because people know if they share their music in our groups, there's an expectation of mutual respect.
Mm-hmm.
People know that if they share their music in their art or modeling pictures or exotic pictures or illustrations or poetry, that our groups are inclusive groups. Sepsis hosts and represents inclusive and transparent communities, meaning at all levels of expression and art, we welcome everybody, songwriters, rappers, and we have a no rock star zone in our groups, meaning not Sepsis nor anybody else, a celebrity or a certain company. You know, when you post and communicate on our pages and comment sections and groups, that everybody there has a voice, that everybody there is community, and that we're allowed to post how we feel without the pressure of having to agree with each other. And that our groups, when you join the swarm, when you join as a fan or when you join as a participant, that it's a lifetime membership. And it will always be free. Sepsis will always be that band that you can talk to and send a simple message to. We're going to get back to that because sending messages to us are another topic later on. But this has gotta stand out. I've been wanting to do this for a while. So because we have such an inclusive environment where people can voice their opinion, I would like to each week share some of the more powerful comments from our posts. So I have it pretty much all put together here. But the topic this week on the page was, do people still listen to lyrics anymore? You know, and was lyrics are important, or was it like, did people hear the beats first? And I don't really feel that there's a wrong answer to this. I know some people will go to great lengths expressing themselves. Yes.
Web Productions 23 just subscribed.
What? Seriously? To the book? The book?
I'm not sure which one. I didn't
Okay,
say.
I just want to stop here before I get off topic. If you subscribe to us, let us know in a message. Because we have private groups where we show you like behind the scenes footage.
Mm-hmm.
You get a promo code to our gift shop that has a bonus discount on it. There is all kinds of like behind the scenes like band practices we do, recordings, songwriting. Sometimes we hang out or just goof off around town. So if you are subscribing to us or you plan to do so, let us know so we can get you into those groups so you can see all the behind the scenes content and get all the bonus features. What was I saying before? Now I don't even know. Oh, so that's right. I don't personally have an issue with people that hear the beats first or people that are just serious about lyrics. I know some of my friends and fans are like, if the lyrics don't make sense, I don't want nothing to do with it. And I'm like, but what about reggae? You know? So I know some of my family, some of my friends have come up to us and said, I love all of Melissa's parts, but I don't like your parts, Will, because you yell and scream, and I don't understand when people are yelling and screaming. And I say to them, just like I say to people who might not understand reggae, if you listen to it more than once, you might learn to understand it. So I think we're dealing with a lot of different type of listeners, because there are some people that listen to music that they need the beat to be interested in the music initially, because they need something to encourage them to further discover deeper parts and portions of the music. Maybe the lyrics aren't understandable. Maybe the story isn't relatable first listen. How do you feel, Zach?
When I listen to music, I usually, like, when I find a new song, I'll listen to it twice. The first time I listen for the music and the melody. The second time I listen for the lyrics. Because the first time, you're taking in the music and everything, and, sometimes, you're listening for that vocal melody. But I'm not usually paying attention to what they're saying the first time around, because I'm trying to take in the music. And then the second time around, I listen for the lyrics.
Wow. I like that. There was so many great answers, and I'll get to some of the fan feedback. But Lexi, I know you're being our Gen Z expert. How do you feel?
So I listen to the beat first because I'm a rhythm person, so I like to find the rhythm of the song. Once I find the rhythm of the song and then I jig with it, I start to dance. And then when I listen to it again, that's when I start trying to figure out the comprehension of the song. So instead of just listening for the lyrics, I look up the lyrics. And I read the lyrics along with the song, and then I read it again.
Now, how much do the lyrics matter? Like, if you found a great beat and somebody said, let's say you heard a killer rhythm, and it was you were in the mood for this particular song. Because let's face it, a lot of what we listen to is mood based, right? Mm-hmm. When we're excited, we want a soundtrack to go with that. When we're in deep thought, or maybe our feelings and our thoughts are chaotic, maybe we want something that'll kind of center us or weigh us down a little bit. But I heard a lot about the discovery in lyrics later, but what happens when you do discover them? Can that ruin the song for you? Like, if there's belief systems, if there's certain lyrics in there that go against your virtue, can that ruin the beat?
It doesn't ruin the beat.
So let's say if somebody said something bad about your mother. You know what I'm saying? Let's say somebody said something bad about your skin color. Let's say somebody said something bad about your your sexual orientation. Let's say if it went against your virtue. Does that ruin the music for you? The lyrics matter. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
For me, personally, no.
Okay.
Yeah, same with me. It only matters is if I want to like further like the song and
Yeah.
sing along to
Yeah.
it.
I was gonna say, if I find out, like a song that I've been listening to, it turns out the lyrics are actually super terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I just won't sing it in public.
Right. For some people, I know that the reason why they like a certain artist or public figure isn't always the message. Sometimes and then there are other people that the only reason why they like the music are they willing to further discover deeper cuts of the artist is when they get to know the artist. Many people won't bother supporting an artist today for too long unless they feel like they've gotten to know that artist and what they stand for. And people usually vote and root for people that they like, not people who are qualified. Meaning, what I'm saying is people like a lot of bad music. There's rap music, for an example, and I'm not digging down on rap music. I love rap music. But I must point out the fact there's no other music where real life violence is encouraged. There's no other music that's promoted in the way that hip hop is, where the result is real life violence. The lyrics match real life violence. So when I ask people if lyrics matter, it is individual. There's no wrong answer. But if you ask a gangster rapper if lyrics matter, what do you think they're going to say?
Yes.
Yes.
So it depends on what genre of music. It depends. There's no wrong answer. Interesting. Melissa, I know you're off camera, but I'm dying to get your thoughts. What do you think? Do the lyrics matter to you?
Lyrics are very important to me.
You're a singer,
Yeah,
so
for
if
me, it's all about the story and the emotion behind the story.
some fans won't really truly support an artist until they are clear on what the message is. They'll bop around to it, but once they heard that they use the N-word, they don't want to be associated. How many would you guys listen to music if they talked poorly about your heritage? Would you guys listen to that music even if you love the violin part? You would? There's no
good enough.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer. That's one for the
See, but here's the thing, though, because I don't believe in censorship in art. So
I'm not saying that's a whole different thing. This is a transparent.
Right. Yeah, but I'm saying
I don't want to vote on this or anything.
I wouldn't stop listening to a song just because it had a message I didn't agree with.
I'll put one out there. Slayer in the beginning they were thought to have, during the time in the 80s and 90s there were strong religious feelings about Slayer, and like Ice-T. People felt where there is absolutely freedom of speech, there's also freedom to the consequence of the speech. So if I come out with a song, cop, if I say that, there are young people that might be encouraged. As I mentioned with hip hop, the result of hip hop lyrics are real life violence. So if I make a song, back then they made the argument, were young people influenced by songs like Cop? Okay, and we found out over the years, yes, rappers kill each other and rap about it. So because rappers do kill each other and rap about it, when you ask most rappers if lyrics matter, they're going to tell you that it does matter. I was a huge Ice-T fan, but I gotta say, I would not make a song, Cop, destroyer or whatever. I would not make a song like that because I know the influence of my voice. Me and Melissa have had influence on people for them to change their life. Quit smoking, get sober. People who've wanted to commit suicide before, our music has saved them. Our lyrics have saved them. So I knew our lyrics in Sepsis have had the power to the real world power to speak positivity and to lead people to ambition. So just in the same, I know that if we were to make songs, about other things, that there potentially could be somebody out there that got the wrong idea. No wrong answers in this one. I'd like to read a couple from the people. I gotta wait for producer Melissa Wolf to get back. What do you guys think about that? If you found out that the lyrics were talking about you in a negative way, would you still support the artist that was singing about you? The first is Kevin. I'm gonna say Opakery. I really hope I'm not messing up your name, man. But he says, probably the bottom of the list for me, at least in comparison with most of the people I know. It's usually just the cadence that does it for me as opposed to the content. See, I think about it maybe like if I was in another country and somebody was telling me to go fuck myself in a nice way. And they were like, go fuck yourself. You can die. Go fuck yourself. I hope you choke on your dinner. And I'm like, oh, these guys, their accent sounds so nice. But then somebody came over on Google. Somebody came to me with Google Translate and was like, hey, you know what they're saying about you? And then they played it. And it was like, I hope he chokes on a chicken bone. I might not feel it was that pretty anymore.
Steven Tyler, thank you for the follow.
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith is here.
Wow.
Thank you. Another New England native.
Dude looks like a lady.
Make sure you guys check out Aerosmith. This next one is from Mark Deagle.
Oh.
And, my name's William Savant. If anybody feels like they want to message me later and call me, like, William Savant or something like that, have
someone
that.
has before. I've heard someone call you.
It really makes Melissa mad. I'm
and
telling you.
It sucks, too, because they do say it when she's there at the merch stand.
And we never correct people. Like it'll be a DJ. It'll be like, hey, I'm DJ Chris of 902.1 FM, and I'm here with William Savant. And Melissa will be like,
oh, stink face.
yeah.
Stink face
She'll be
times
like, yo,
100.
what did you say? And I'll just be sitting there like, sure. Yeah, that's me. Nobody knows. I mean, what the fuck? Tomato. He says, here we go. Depends on mood. Sometimes I just want to hear a heavy riff. Sometimes I'm into a story. Some songs, I like the music, but don't care about the lyrics. Vice versa.
What kind of?
I guess I'm cool with it as long as you're not like, we're going to rape some girls. We're going to rape some girls. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to beat some kids up. Like, I feel like this, for me, just because I'm a dad and I'm getting old and stuff, I don't want to hear about people beating up police officers. I don't want to hear it. But that's just my own personal taste. I'm not speaking for the whole band. I don't want to burn down churches. I don't want to flock anybody. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to do it. I don't want to shoot anybody. Forgive me. How about you?
I'm not.
You're still young. You got to bust a cap in somebody's ass.
But at the same time, I have still heard all of that in lyrics, and it's like, can we talk about something else? Can we do something else?
I respect that.
Like, there's other big topics out there.
Right,
that
some
are
of the
just
most
as
popular
important.
topics are overdone. I will agree with
Extremely.
you. Satan, Jesus, bullets,
all of that
drugs,
to me is so overdone.
jewelry.
Yeah, all of that. Chains.
Where does some stuff in
girls.
Right.
pills, all
Put some
that.
stuff in the comments that we don't need to sing about anymore, and let's see if we can get this page banned. You know what I mean? Let's put some stuff in the comments, and let's really see what we can do without. I'm going to put one, please write it for me, jewelry. We can stop singing and rapping about jewelry. I mean, who gives a fuck?
We can also stop talking about, like, flossing all your bread. Like, you have stacks and stuff.
That's right there with jewelry.
Oh, that works with jewelry? Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. It's just like, no, you don't see people holding, like, Chuck E. Cheese tickets up or nothing like that. Like Bible. You imagine that?
Yeah.
Just, like, Bible papers are just like...
Oh, can we also get rid of...
Yeah.
We can also get rid of the Alice where it goes, yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's definitely get rid of that. I think we should start, like, flicking Bitcoins at people. Like, let's modernize this shit. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I don't want to do any of that. Now, I'm going to bring up one I don't want to get rid of.
You don't want to get rid of it?
I don't. Shaking your ass. You know what they tell the girls? Shake it. I still want that one.
They always shake it when you tell them to.
Shake a little something.
In every single genre of all time, they were shaking the tail feather.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as they should.
AKA getting low, twerking, whatever you want to call it. Shake that shit.
Shake it up.
Other than that,
shake it.
There you have it.
Woo!
Don't worry, we're almost near the deep fake porn. We're getting there. We're getting there, everybody.
I thought we're already there.
Next up, deep fried porn with Jackie B.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, McDonald's said, "Drop it like it's hot."
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Drop it like it's hot chicken.
Right. Y'all better come with that Bitcoin before we do all that.
True.
All right. So this one is next by our friend Allison. Hopefully we can find it. Did you find it? Allison says, "I'm here for all of it, honestly, and if it checks all my boxes, it goes on repeat."
Hell yeah.
I think every piece is just as important as the other. You know, that's why she's a staff member here in the band. Because I love people that think like that. People that think like that always do very well in this group, because we are a group that truly believes in variety. And like as a composer, I know sometimes I'll sit there with an open hi-hat, like, is this the tension? Is this the snare tension? Is this the... You know, how many times have I changed my string gauges throughout the years?
Senor, thank you for the follow.
Thank you, senor. This next one's from Kenny Mitchell. If I could fix the phone. What the fuck's going on here? All right. Kenny says, there's far too many rappers with tight production and hot garbage lyrics. It really depends on what the song is trying to express. Wow. In my opinion, if there are lyrics, then they have to be decent. Now, this kind of went back, and I think that's why I have a slightly different opinion about it, because if you I come from hip hop, so that's why I'm gonna be a little strong and strict with the lyrics here. Because I found that if the lyrics don't have any meaning, then the song and the artist won't last a long impression in your heart. They tend to be one-hit wonders. They tend to be temporary artists that come into your life and you'll like the song for a temporary amount of time. When the lyrics mean something, those artists tend to spend a longer time in your library. I mean, how many people looked up songs today that they didn't remember the lyrics? You know? When you think of longevity, When you think of the songs that you've remembered your whole life, what do you remember about them? Look at the songs we heard in today. That we all
said
all the
lyrics.
funk songs, all those Motown songs. What do we remember from them? Chord progressions and bass slides, or do we remember get down on it, get down on it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
part.
you know what I'm saying? People think about the stuff that you remember. Think of all the commercials and all the things that you can recall. 1-854-GIANT. Like, how do I know those lyrics? Do I know it because the beep bop boop da boop da doop doop doop? I don't know if that. I'm not sure what does it, but you know, when you think of the songs that you remember, what do you remember?
The lyrics.
All right. J.J. Jones says. He says the beats. And I like this. I love that this is happening because what I'm starting to see develop here is like in the short term, people need beats. I feel like in the short term, people need a beat to hit. They need to be instantly attracted to the instrument sounds, into the cadences and the patterns. But I think to hold people's attention, it seems like you need something more. When you hear the music, it paints the picture. Right, until he says he wants to kill your mother. Then it paints a different picture.
Right.
I mean, would you listen to a song about pedophilia? If it was the best sounding beat you ever heard, would you bump that? Put a 1 in the chat if you would play a song promoting pedophilia in the lyrics because you love the beat so much. Just wondering. I do know some people who write first and then match a beat, but to me, that's not as organic, letting the music dictate what the song will be. Let's collab. I'd love to have you on a hook and verse sometime. That must be for you, Melissa. I'm not going to speak for Melissa, but I know that Melissa does love rap music, and she has performed on lots of rap music before. Singing, of course. You have to hit her up. I'm kind of with my man here though. Like, I'm feeling that. The genres really seem to make the difference here too. You know, if you're listening to Dragon Force or something like that, that's going to be hard to really like relate to those lyrics. How many people here relate to gangster rap? They still like it. So in that sense, the lyrics don't mean a lot to people. If you're not a gangster and you just like the coolness of gangster rap, when people watch horror films, they don't relate to them. You know, when you hear people go, "I like a song because I can relate to it." I can't. How many people can you relate to? You can't relate to Motley Crue, can you? Interesting. Yeah, so that's that. If y'all didn't know, we were absolutely stunned and excited to hear about the Rockfest news in Wisconsin the past week. So many amazing bands. And naturally, I guess people were pretty excited about the lineup, both good and bad. But here's what I have to say about that. If it's not the lineup that you expected, then that's good, because there's always next year, and there's always other festivals too, right? I think, and I also think it's a really good lineup because of the variety. I love death metal, but it's hard for me to go to a death metal show and listen to death metal, you know, for more than a couple hours. I like a little bit of break. It's nice to have like a power metal band in there.
Right.
It also gives people the chance to listen to something new.
Again, Melissa said something. I can't speak on behalf of Rockfest, but a pattern that I discovered is a lot of these festivals aren't excited about letting a lot of new bands play. Rockfest seems to be different. I know we talk a lot about that here. And a lot of folks were asking us like how we got on the fest in the first place. So I figured I'd address that because everybody wants to know. How do you get on these festivals? And I will say from my experience that every single one of them has its own set of circumstances. I hope that makes it absolutely clear. 'Cause I know there's a big misconception, or there's an idea that somewhere like the Matrix, there's this guy with a fluffy white beard, and he's up there, he's the festival god, and everybody submits to him and goes into the confession booth, and you put your name in there, and he sprinkles some water on your head, and maybe he calls your number, and you eat a piece of bread and go home. But, we've been doing this for a long time, and I know that there are some festivals that allow you to submit to them. And you have heard us address it before, especially in terms of pay to play and festival submissions. So I will go on record and say this. We have come on this podcast addressing pay to play so many times. I think it's clear on how we feel about pay to play. But if you look a little bit deeper, our experience with pay to play is only valid. Our opinions with pay to play is only valid because we've done it.
Chad, that's 100 stars.
My man. No, but real. So, me and Melissa have been paying to play our whole lives. We've been paying Facebook. We paid DistroKid. We got ripped off by our record label. Who haven't we paid? When we come on complaining about paying to play, it's not because we never have. But in terms of festival, what we've always complained about here was the Blue Ridge thing. What were we complaining about? We were complaining about a festival submission fee. If anybody looks back, the subject matter that we were addressing was the fact that Blue Ridge had a festival submission fee where they would have hundreds of bands submit $75 to submit to play to the festival. They would submit and pay to maybe not play. It's a whole new level of bullshit.
Brandon sent 50 stars.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I just do my pen.
Thank you.
But I want to just make it perfectly clear that we have expressed the way that we feel about paying to play regarding festival submissions and paying not to play. We have never, ever, 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 ever come on this podcast and said, if you get a great deal from a record label, not to take it. We've never said that. We've never said, don't pay for a Facebook promotional. We have never said to anybody, don't invest yourself in your dream. What we said was, do your fucking homework before you give somebody your money. Mm-hmm. I hope that answers everybody's questions. What we encourage people to do is their own homework. What we encourage people to do is their due diligence before they go over and fork over money to somebody without doing an extensive amount of research and knowing, along with you and your band, everybody agreeing that you're investing in something that is sane and something that is that fits the description of common sense, unifying your band and your goals in the direction that you want to go. There you go. Happy hunting. There are no companies, as Melissa has pointed out, that give you anything for free. There are no large corporations that we've ever met in our experience not Facebook, not Twitter. Twitter doesn't give out free ad space. Think about DistroKid. Even the most independent of independent CD Baby, TuneCore, you're paying to play. You're subscribing to DistroKid for the privilege to upload your music, to stockpile your data with everybody else, with every low-life musician and white noise and other AI developers and a complete huge data bin of internet pollution. We're all paying to be a part of it. It's like the people that post on social media that they're getting tired of social media. Stop, then don't post that. Don't post on social media that you're gonna leave social media. Just fucking leave.
Oh, I hate it when people do.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna take a break from social media.
No, honey, just take a break. Don't post it.
You're not taking a break at the time.
Right. If you're posting that you're leaving social media on social media,
You're looking for attention.
thank you, Zach.
People be on the net because they're looking for attention.
Yeah.
I'm going to be perfectly clear with you, and everyone's going to be like, yeah, right. Rockfest just called us on the phone and asked us if we want to play it. I can't. That's it. We didn't submit anything. We didn't do anything. And I'm going to tell you another one, and you're probably going to be like, I don't know. Because I asked, I said, how did you guys hear about us? And they said the Honeycomb Hideout.
Hi.
They said the podcast,
You guys watching?
not the beats or the lyrics.
The cast.
Maybe at further discovery. But I thought that was fundamental because that's how much social media and live broadcasting has played a part in this band's career arc. So yeah, we're gonna go have fun and make new friends. That's what it's all about.
We're gonna go to Hideout.
Man, everybody has been absolutely, unbelievably hospitable and just so generous. And all of the Rockfest groups, I can't even believe the size of the welcome mat that they have to this festival. It was like standing on solid ground. I felt like we played it before.
Wow.
It was just, you know what I mean? It was like,
Right.
What an inclusive community.
man, it was nothing I would ever expect. So to the residents and to the awesome community at Rockfest, you guys are so real and so legit. I can't wait to meet everybody there. I'm just like stunned of how kind and like smart everybody is about their music, about their bands, about their culture. I just really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing as many bands as we possibly can. Put a 2 in the chat if you're going to go to Rockfest and hang out with us. Well, Zach, you got to go. You guys have to go.
I'll see you there. Yeah.
I want to do another one. We got to end this shit.
What?
Well, at least we're going to end it for us, not the podcast.
Oh.
So, when me and Melissa first started this band stuff, there was this. We would reach out to people and say, "Hey, would you listen to our demo, or would you think about, watching us play some music or watching a video, whatever it was." We didn't know any better. We didn't know all the different secret handshakes and languages and secret knocks that you had to do at every door in the big bad music industries. We didn't know about that. We were just some young people that just wanted people to, tell us where to go and what to do, So, in the beginning, when you're new at this and you're young, there's a certain group of people, not everybody, but there's a small handful of people that love catching young, aspiring, ambitious musicians when they're coming through the checkpoint when they're discovering themselves, because really we're all in development. All the A&Rs and all the labels all create nasty little scammy, spammy products that are all based around development. But what they don't tell you is about the music industry is that it's always in development. So they always keep you in this, oh, you're an artist in development. But like the label's in development. Live entertainment's not developed right now, is it? They haven't paid musicians in 75 years of music, and they're claiming that the artists are still in development. No, I think the music industry is in development. The artists have no problem with being a work in progress. The artists have no problem with being a development. Their whole lives, artists know that when they pick up the guitar, the drum kit, that they're taking on a commitment, a lifetime challenge and commitment. But that commitment is to development. An artist is smart enough to know that they're taking on a lifetime membership and commitment to developing and being a work in progress, where these fancy fucking companies will claim that they don't need to make any adjustments. And they're never in developing. Even though the technology is developing faster than the laws, they'll claim the artist is in development. That's a fun tool if you want to keep somebody fucked up. That's a fun tool if you want to convince somebody that they're not valuable enough. You always convince somebody that they're undeveloped. And if you can convince an artist that they're always underdeveloped, then they always have to go through you to become developed. So when me and Melissa first started this, we always ran into handfuls and pockets of people in the music industry that would remind us how undeveloped we were. Which we knew. Which is why they swoop in and take hold of impressionable and naive musicians that don't know any better. But we knew that we were a work in progress. We just weren't suckers to the degree that they hoped. Thankful, and partly to my years in court systems and other shady industries. But what I wanted to say is, we would go and book a show, right, Zach? And people would say, oh, you can't contact us here. That's unprofessional. And I would say, what the fuck are you talking about? That's unprofessional. Oh, you need to go to our email. That's the way that professional people talk in the music industry. That's, oh, man. And of course, being a young, impressionable artist, you feel like you broke the law. You ruined your chances at everything, So you go show somebody your demo, or you show somebody something you've done, or, you're trying to present your resume to somebody. No one's instructed you what to do. There's no people, there's no instruction booklet on this, and everybody that claims that they have one is trying to sell it to you. So you have to buy and lose money on 10, 15 of these books to realize everyone's in development.
Mm-hmm.
Even themselves.
The motherfucker that wrote the book 10 years ago is writing a new book now. People that have been in the music industry for the last 100 years are always happy and to keep it a secret that's in development, so they can always go to the next leading technology while you're still developing.
Food for thought, if you think about it. A doctor who's been doing their profession for 40 years of practicing medicine, they're still practicing, which means they're still learning. So even a doctor who's had a full career has been practicing and developing the entire time.
Right.
That's why they call it a practice.
That's why they call that practice a science.
Right.
Because it's in, and most scientists will agree that science is always expanding.
Yep.
Because there's always new developments.
Yep.
Same with human anatomy in terms
Fact.
of doctors.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
But yes, science is a perfect example where it changes based on discovery of fact and data.
Right, and when we have a music industry that's based so much on economic and technological science, it's in development.
Always.
So anytime an A&R or anytime somebody tells me they want to bring it back to the way that it used to be, and I was like, when was that good? I've been in the music industry for 40 years. Oh, really? And you still need my help?
Right.
Oh, we're really
Figured
fucked.
it out.
Right. These motherfuckers want to... Somebody the other day tried... I'm not even going to go on air, man. I feel bad. I really will. But what I've discovered, and please, if you're a young artist, please don't listen to me. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I have no clue what I'm talking about. The difference between me and your manager is I'm admitting it.
Mm-hmm.
They won't.
Your manager's got you on the take. Ask your manager how many lyrics he can sing back to you.
You'll be stunned.
Ask your manager. All the managers are like, holy shit, I better go fucking...
Better study up on those bands now.
Trust me, I got more tricks. Inbox me. If you want to catch a dirty manager, inbox me. I got you. We'll smoke them together.
Yeah, we know how to weed them out.
We really do.
We're gonna smoke.
We're going to smoke them out. We're going to put them in the air. I'll tell you. So I was told all the time that it's not professional to send people messages on social media. That's what I was told early in the music business. That if I kept talking, if I was outspoken, if me and Melissa continued to be outspoken about the music industry, we'd never make it on any festivals. Somebody just told me that recently. Somebody just told me that in the last 100 days. They said if I don't shut the fuck up and I don't watch my mouth talking about the big bad music industry, then we get shut down. Remember last year when all the radio stations said they were going to ban us? Yeah. We've had more success on radio and streaming this year than we ever have in the history of sepsis.
It's true.
Remember when everybody ran out on us and everybody's, oh, well, we're going to fucking hold you hostage, sepsis. We're all going to bounce on you and your entire career is going to be finished. You guys are banned from the internet. No one would, remember, everyone's not going to come to our shows. Everyone's going to teach us a big fucking lesson. Remember? And then we come back and won the award and now we're going to Rockfest. The whole point is people will tell you a whole bunch of shit what you should do in the music industry. Everyone will come to you and tell you what they think that you should be doing. Ask those punk motherfuckers when's the last time they bought a ticket. If they know you and your band so much, when's the last time they bought a ticket to your show to be telling you what the fuck to do? Are they that familiar with what you're doing at all? That's what I'm saying. This is going to bug you guys the fuck out. Even though me and Melissa were told in the very beginning, we were told we were the Facebook band, we're never going to get nothing. We're 3 awards back to back. We've never lost. Band. In a 6-state region, we ain't never lost a shit. Anytime we're on that, we're going to win it. What I'm trying to explain to you is we were told, no, never, it'll never happen. And people are so quick to listen to the construct and what's going on in the community. But what I figured out, man, what I really figured out is that every band is different. And they're going to have a different set of ideas. They're going to have a different set of goals. Right? And for us, we've always been a Facebook band. We've always been a social media band. And that's something that people used to make fun of years and years ago. But would you know, social media and Facebook is the number one reason why we get booked. It's the number one reason why we make sales. It's the number one reason why we win awards. It's the reason why we got signed a record deal. It's the reason why our numbers are healthy. social media, and I'm not saying it's for every band. What I'm saying is we were told in the beginning that if we didn't shut the fuck up and do what everybody said, that we'd never make it. And this band is proof that if you just be yourself, you have a chance. We were told in the beginning that we would never get booked by being on social media. And that's exactly how we get booked. We were told that we'd never be signed. We were told we'd never last. So what I'm saying is, when people keep asking me, how do you get on Rockfest? How do you guys win awards? How do you guys do it? How do you guys have a Grammy-nominated producer? How do you guys have a team like that? By not listening to you motherfuckers! That's how! I can't tell you any other way. The way that we've been doing it is by not taking bad advice from our neighbors that don't come to our shows. We don't take bad advice for people who want to see us fail.
100 stars from Chad Betts.
We don't take advice from our family members and friends that have never seen us play live. We've never listened to our competitors. Our competitors will tell us that we'll fail, and we ignore them. It's amazing that after all of this time, people promised us that if we didn't shut the fuck up and brown nose, if we didn't kiss ass and do exactly what the industry's expected, that we would never win an award, that we'd never get signed, we'd never have shows, we'd never pack the floor, we'd never make any sales. We were told unless we kiss ass in the music industry and did what all the other bands doing, then we wouldn't win awards. We were told we better do what all the other bands do and shut the fuck up, or we're not going to win and be on festivals. We were told that the more we act like ourselves, the less successful that we're going to be. And this band is proof that all of you motherfuckers are wrong. That you don't have to kiss nobody's ass. You don't have to sound like nobody else. You don't have to look like anybody else. You don't have to suck off no industry to win awards, to get on festivals, to make friends, to have a cool band. All you got to do is be about your business. All you got to do is mind your fucking business. Do your homework. You have a clear plan, and you're surrounded by people that share your success and share your ideas with you, then you got a chance to be just like us. That's how we're getting on Rockfest. By people calling us on social media. Contrary to what you guys said we couldn't do. In the beginning, we were told that it was blasphemy. If you were an artist, how dare you contact anybody on social media? That's unprofessional. Do you know that's the only way that professionals contact us? With a Facebook band. How else do you book a Facebook? How else do you book a Facebook band?
On Facebook.
You guys are all convinced by hearing folklore stories and lies in the back room that you need to have a Gmail. And then I was told later on, years later, because I was telling this story to somebody, and I said, hey man, do you need a Gmail? And he said, what do I need a Gmail for? We could just book the show right here. I said, well, we can't book the show here. We're on social media. And he said, Will, who gives a fuck? Let's book the show. Do you want the money or not? Why do we need to go to Gmail?
Yeah, he's in the room right here, right now. Let's just do it right here, right now. We have the chat open.
I almost lost the show because I'm trying to convince this guy not to book the band, that I'm not bookable unless I'm on Gmail. Look, if you're in a band and somebody says, let's call on the phone, I got the best deal for you, call them on the phone. If you're in a band and somebody says, hey, I'm going to text message you, you're going to go to Rockfest, then text message. If somebody reaches you, if the love of your life hits you up on Instagram, what are you going to tell her? She needs a fucking Gmail? Snap the fuck out of it. Whoever told you that you're professional if you behave more like them is unprofessional.
Boom.
Whoever's trying to manipulate you out of your professional behavior, who's ever trying to talk and advertise you out of what you feel is coherent to your professional posture is unprofessional. I'm not looking for any, as a professional, if I'm making a contact with him and he's comfortable with making a sale on the phone, as a professional, I'll call you in a minute. If she's comfortable with making a deal and it's through text message, hold on, I'll text message you in a minute. That's professional. If her level of profession of booking the gig is by email, then God love it, I'll send you an email, because that's what professional is. It's getting the job done. Anybody else who's telling you anything else is unprofessional. Hang up on them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Anybody who's not willing to compromise is unprofessional. Mm-hmm. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like over here holding it. Can't do that.
Okay.
Zach, take it away.
Take it away.
Oh, righty.
I was about to find one of my articles, but take it away.
I got one.
Cool. Teach us stuff.
Okay.
What are we gonna learn?
Here's what we're gonna learn.
We're gonna learn stuff with Zachy B.
The Internet Archive seeks dismissal of Great 78 Project copyright suit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense.
God. Okay, let's unpack.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's just dive right in. The major labels filed a $400 million lawsuit against the Internet Archive for alleged copyright infringement. The lawsuit names the Internet Archive CEO Brewster Kahle, said CEO's foundation, audio engineer George Blood, metal name, and Blood's company as defendants. Oh. The Internet Archive's Great 78 project is designed to preserve and research 78 RPM records with over 400,000 recordings available to stream and download. The major labels are claiming that the Great 78 project contains protected tracks by artists like Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, and Ella Fitzgerald. I know, right?
That's my girl.
Oh,
right?
now Lexi's
That's my
involved.
girl.
Right?
That's my girl.
Ella knows what's up.
Fuck yeah.
The defendants argue that the lawsuit aims to condemn a technological initiative to preserve cultural heritage. The defendant's motion to dismiss focuses on time-barred elements of the lawsuit, citing the Copyright Act statute of limitations. And the defendants also argue that a cease and desist letter sent by the RIAA, Recording Industries Association of America, something like that.
That's a lot of A's.
Yeah, there's way too many A's. Before legal, sent by the RIAA before legal action should block alleged instances of direct infringement. Dismissal of claims before August 11th, 2020 would narrow the scope of the case. In other infringement litigation news, Global Music Rights filed a complaint against Vermont Broadcast Associates, and Ice Spice is facing a lawsuit related to In Hamoud.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, we know about that.
I know about
See,
that
I don't
song.
know. I don't
We know
listen
about
to
that.
hip hop, so I was like, what?
Yeah, we know what that is.
I know that song.
Yeah, if you know about rap music, you know about that.
Oh, I don't
Put
listen to hip hop.
That's...
Put a 1 in the chat if you have ever heard an Ice Spice song. What is it? Just for fun. So a lot of people got kids.
Some people listen to hip hop.
Look at that! Holy shit!
Some people listen to hip hop.
That was just an experiment.
I guess so.
Meta, TikTok, and other social media CEOs testify in heated Senate battle today on child exploitation.
What?
Sexual predators, addictive features, suicide, eating disorders, unrealistic beauty standards, bullying, cyberbullying, and harassment are just some of the issues that young people and old people are dealing with on social media. And children's advocates and lawmakers say that companies are not doing enough to protect them. Weigh in.
I agree.
I also agree, but that's because I think that the company shouldn't be allowing children to be on social media anyway.
I agree.
You know what? This is this is my fix.
Fix it.
Social media for kids.
Yeah.
And adult social media should be 16 up with driver's license. If you can operate a vehicle, you can operate the internet.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
If you can operate an engine with fuel in it, then you can shop
On the
for
computer.
fucking sneakers.
Yeah, you can operate on the computer.
Because your brain is developed to a point of post-puberty.
And you're also able to take on the responsibility of operating a
Well,
machinery.
let's think about the subjects that are popular on the internet. Sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why you should be 16 years old to be on social media. Argue with me.
I agree. I agree with
Undeveloped, prepubescent children should not spend play space time where adults do.
you. I agree.
Correctamundo.
100%.
Okay. We don't even have to go over that ever
No.
again. We're done. Should we trust Amazon's AI-generated review summaries? This is the dumbest thing. So let me just jump in.
Explain.
Oh, I'm gonna explain it to you. You're on Amazon. Okay? You're looking to make bandanas and bedazzle them. So you need cloth, glue, but you don't know which rhinestones would be the best for fabric. A thing that doesn't exist in the physical world is going to tell you in a review.
I'm not going to trust it.
No.
I'm not going to trust it.
They're claiming, the claim is that human beings and human supervisors and reviewers are so sick that Yelp reviews are far worse than anything that AI could generate. They're saying AI is a terrible idea to do reviews. However, it's more honest than crooked human supervisors. Thoughts? Except for the crooked human supervisors that built the AI, but that's another topic. Have at it. What do you guys think? We're all going to hell. I'm just kidding. It's humor, podcast humor. Nothing I say here should ever be taken seriously.
I would more.
Want me to call the cops?
I would
don't
trust
get
a
them involved.
human reviewer of a product over a robot.
Even though
over
human
products.
beings lie about skin color.
Robots lie too.
Okay, that's true. They do.
A robot
got
lied
me
to
on
me
that
5
one.
minutes ago.
No, you got me on that one. Yeah. If robots are made out to be human and human beings argue about private parts and skin color, then it'll be a matter of time before robots are arguing about the same thing.
But they already are.
Oh, that's true. They are.
That's why they keep having updates every 2 seconds. Because AI starts turning into a human, and then the people that are operating AI is like, oh my gosh, we can't say that term, we have to delete it. X0XX. Whatever the fuck it is.
I think that there should be terrible things online. That way we can look at them and know that they're terrible. When people are like, remove all the bad language and remove the N-word and remove... I say keep it all up. I'm one of those people that say keep it up because we need terrible shit to go, oh, fuck, let's not do that.
Yeah. Look at ourselves.
Come on, hear me out. If we stop talking about slavery, if we stop talking about the Holocaust, if we stop talking about that stuff that happened, if we don't talk about Nagasaki, if we don't talk about World War I, if we don't talk about the Civil War, if we don't talk about those things, then we'll forget about it. You know, we won't. We can't examine it and go, "Oh my God, remember Poison Ivy? It fucking sucks." You know what I mean? If we erase all the literature and history we have on Poison Ivy, then somebody will be born and rub it all over their private parts.
Exactly.
They'd be like, "Oh, look at this nice soft leaf. I'm gonna."
Somebody once told me that the reason we read about, or you should read about history, because if you don't know your history, it's doomed to repeat itself. However, the people that don't read about, or the people that read about history, will then just sit by idly while the people who don't read about history repeat it.
What? That's crazy. It's crazy you say that, because somebody the other day is like, "Oh man, what if they're lying?" I say, I don't care if they are, and I can use my imagination. Let's say, "Oh man, the dragon came out." Okay, fine. I'm gonna at least I know that people imagine dragons.
Right?
And also, it's important to read about your history because they're going to rewrite it like they're doing with math.
That's true.
That's a good point.
History is
That's
written
why
by
they're
people who win wars.
That's why they're burning books.
So I mean, so here's no matter what is true or not, it's good to read about what isn't true, because that's the only thing you're going to have to compare it to the next lie. Wow, that's tough. We got to go.
I'm
Yeah.
about to get the book on the shelf
Holy
there and
shit,
be
that
like,
was
we're
nuts.
there.
Wow. Netflix is getting rid of its cheapest ad-free tier. Does anybody care about this? Put a 3 in the chat if you're mad that Netflix is getting rid of its last ad-free tier. They're getting rid of it.
So they're going to be all ads, or
No.
there's going to be
Everything's-
no ads?
Oh man, that's a good. Hold on, let me get in there for you. Let me help you out, because I can't do that to my Netflix people out there. Netflix has gone and done it. God damn it!
They
The
get it.
streaming company is axing its cheapest ad-free subscription plan to date. The tier, which costs a whopping $11.99 a month. That's right, whopping $11.99 and growing, will soon be unavailable. And this is difficult because I said before that all subscription sites have to justify the price hike. Sepsis isn't charging more money for songs. We're not charging people more for performances. Inflation, nothing. Sepsis didn't move any numbers on our. We didn't move up our T-shirt prices. They're the same as they've been for 5-6 years. More than that.
Actually, if anything, our prices have gone down because VIPs, we slashed the prices on
Yes,
that.
we did.
about
I was
to
going to
say.
say our
I was
prices
about to
have
say.
gone down.
We're probably the only company where prices have gone down versus up.
Yep. Yeah, we reduced everything on the table by almost.
50%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So come to a show.
right.
It's a good time to go.
Not to brag or anything.
Right.
See you guys at Rockfest and Cadet.
Subscribers will be left with the platform's other ad-free plan, to answer your question, which is priced at a hefty $15.50.
What is that? What's the difference between that and the other one?
The company's premium tier is priced at $22.99.
What do you get with that
Imagine
one?
that to watch movies.
Oh my god.
Imagine that to watch old movies that nobody gives a shit about.
What do you get with the premium subscription as opposed to the other
They're going to
subscription?
Well, I'll tell you what you get. You get Netflix, which is a company that's going to recommend shit to you because you don't know what to watch on your own.
So, if you get a 15 subscription, you're not going to get the recommendations. If you get the
All
premium,
of these companies claim to know what you want to watch more than you do. Fuck them.
20 stars from Chad.
That's crazy.
I would never pay somebody to tell me what I want.
Right,
Right.
right.
I would never pay somebody to tell me what I want unless it was a lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, Zachy B's about to
Nicole
be deleting
says
Netflix.
Disney Plus is doing
It's
the
too much
same
money.
thing.
Right.
That's too much. What?
Apparently Disney Plus is doing the same
They
thing.
got to get rid of that. Who wants to go watch those old pedophile films anyway? I'm glad all my kids are too old for it now. Now I can talk about it openly because I won't be having any more children. No more Disney in any of my households.
What, you don't want to be a Disney adult?
No.
I saw.
Me. I can't. I'm not knocking anybody that
Right?
wants to. I am not allowed to do that.
I saw a funny fake headline. It was Disney adults. It's been determined that Disney adults are going to be tried as children now.
So I didn't know there was a thing like this. Nobody wants to hear my opinion on this.
Apparently, Hulu is merging with Disney Plus, and that's what
I-
they're doing.
Damn it! I love Hulu.
Hulu's the shit.
I love Hulu.
Who knew?
Well, now it's Disney Plus, I guess. It's
Fuck.
going to be.
They ruined it now.
Son of
There's
a...
going to be no more just Hulu accounts.
I hate
Damn it.
this. Why are they ruining this? They're ruining Mean Girls. Now they're ruining this.
Amazon just started doing ads on their videos too. So
They're ruining everything. We're there now. We're there now. It's official.
Yo,
We're there
when
now.
they started doing like ads in the middle of backtracks on YouTube, like I'm like in the middle of a guitar solo, and they started. I said, "Oh man, this is terrible."
Go to
The world
Sprizzy.
is right.
Right? Or worse, you're trying to learn how to do the, trying to do CPR, and there's an ad in the middle, and so Grandma died.
That's fucked up.
Right?
No, it's like
Come on, they got to be better about where they put ads. You know,
it's all bad. It's like, and it's never like any like, especially like now. I'm not a political person at all. I don't take any sides. I don't even give a shit about any of it. But I'll be playing riffs, and it'll be like Nancy Pelosi's head. And I'll be like, what the fuck is this? And then it'll be like changed to like some other fucking ass. I'll be like, what the fuck is that?
I
just want to play guitar. You know what I mean? I'm a black ex-convict from New Hampshire. The last thing I want to do is argue about rich people.
Be patient, bro. I will be on the kit, and you won't have to suffer.
For God's sakes.
You won't have to
I just want to
suffer.
be left alone.
Right.
See, I'm not a political person, but I will make fun of anybody. And Nancy Pelosi to me just looks like that bug from Starship Troopers, the brain bug. So that's why, and whenever her ads pop up, it's like, ugh.
Golly, they all because this is New Hampshire, you know, you have like the New Hampshire primary, like they're all like descending and they're all fighting with each other, and then there's just me, the guy that doesn't give a shit,
Right?
Like, ah!
He just wanted to play guitar.
Oh,
Don't
man.
worry, bro. Don't worry. I'll be on the drum kit.
Right?
We'll do the backing
So
tracks, and there'll be
I'm
no
trying to
ads.
watch-
Netflix.
You know, parrots roller skate. I don't need to see ads right now.
You won't. I'll get on the drum kit, and we won't
Although
have to worry about this.
Also, I never have that problem with YouTube because I'm a sucker that pays for premium.
If you're paying that, if you're doing that, and you're doing what's the other one? You're doing Sprizzy or whatever. That's got to be $75.
78 actually.
Oh my god!
You can get a new drum kit with that.
I can. I'll go put it right in the piggy bank. I'm getting it, kid.
AI music has already $300 million in industry with the potential to crack $3 billion by 2028.
How?
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know all the music that you hear like in hotels and like music in lobbies. You're at Wendy's and you're like who is that guy slaying, you know, the semi-hollow body solo right now? This is a 32 measure fucking solo. He just went in on that solid hollow body. That's not industry music. That shit used to be like sync licensing music. Guys that were way too good to ever have a record deal. Guys that were way too good to be touring acts. You heard him at Wendy's, shredding their asses off. Wow. That's that music you hear in seriously in
Wow.
the. I'm telling you, all that stuff you hear at the
There's also sites you can go to just steal. Well, it's not stealing; it's royalty-free music.
So, AI is taking the place of royalty-free music.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
True that.
Wow.
Now, does that help you out? Really? Now you're getting it. Now I'm just gonna leave it at that because I feel like that'll give you a while. Now you got stuff to think about. Oh, and at the same time, Yelp introduces its own AI-generated summaries of restaurants, bars that it can't go to.
That's
Melissa, you hear this?
Food.
Yelp introduces AI-generated summaries of restaurants and bars and menus. Because, after all, files can eat hamburgers. Not.
That's ridiculous.
So they don't trust people enough to talk about hamburgers. So this is just like,
But I mean, AI can lie too.
whoa, 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 whoa. We've been dating like this for 25 years. Plenty of Fish, Match.com. Computers have been dating for us.
Tinder, Hinge.
Computers have already been dating for us. They tell us what to like. In the future, AI will match you up with your biggest liar. Because, of course, to get matched up with anybody, just like real men, they're going to have to lie about it.
Geo's flipping tables.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't like this stuff. China's live streaming factories look bleak, so now they want to come and open one in the United States.
Excuse me? Live streaming factories?
Yeah, they calling them studios, but they're factories. Yeah, you ever seen like QVC and shit like that? Remember QVC, like your mom and aunt used to watch?
I remember
So-
QVC.
Yeah, so
I
all right, so basically, like, there were these television shows, Zach, that used to come on at like 2 o'clock in the morning when you went to sleep, and like your crazy aunt would drink cheap liquor and stay up and blow her fucking credit card on these people going live. But before they went live on Facebook and Instagram and sold cheap jewelry.
Oh,
used to do
those
this
shows.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
This is before, you ever seen like Sham Wow?
Infomercials.
Okay,
Yeah.
those infomercials those are mimicking live QVC
Gosh,
demonstrations.
the shows where it's like, we're now going to be demonstrating this ring. It's
okay,
going to be starting
Facebook
at...
is filled with these ladies and men.
Oh,
You just don't know about it. We can watch them after this. They're great.
no thanks.
So some people watch these things not to buy because it's entertainment, bro. So TikTok has figured this out, and so and of course with all the young influencers are like young home shopping network girls. So they play with makeup and they play with cheap jewelry and they go live on Facebook and sell shit, the cheapest shit from wherever it comes from, and they won't let them do that there. So they're gonna come here and do it. Because we buy stupid shit here.
Yeah.
No one loves pointless plastic shit like the under 40s club on TikTok. They love it!
Well, it's no different than the as seen on TV commercials.
We loved it. We loved that shit.
We
Don't
loved
even
it
lie
so
about it.
much that there's a whole section of
Come on, remember the
every
old
department
coin
store.
collectors and the stamp
Right.
stamp collector? Put a one in the chat if you got a stamp collection.
Let's not also forget the greatest seller of all time, Billy Mays.
Billy Mays.
But
He
wait,
was great.
there's more.
He was great.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
He was awesome, dude.
I loved Billy Mays.
He had a great
R.I.P.
voice.
Yeah. He was great.
Apple. Oh, here's one for you.
Oh.
This is it. According to them, they had plans to open the studios in 2 major cities where the creators can host shopping live streams on the platform.
Oh my god.
The move follows the widespread addiction and adaptation of TikTok Shop.
Oh my gosh.
It's bananas over there. You gotta see it. It's fucking crazy. Like, pretty much, like, if you're 25 years old, you probably don't even know about it. Apple Vision Pro is out. It costs $7,000. You guys excited for that?
They kept the price point?
Oh.
It's not really. Wow, somebody just ordered something. Thank you. I don't know who you are. That's for all those people who ever want to know. If you order something, we get the message right then.
You saw
Oh,
it here live.
there it is.
Thank
thank
you
you.
for your order.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you for shopping.
I don't know if they're
Sepsis.
watching, but thank you so much for helping us out.
Don't forget
hope you got-
sepsis.com/shop.
Right, I hope you got something cool.
Thank you for shopping.
I love
At
to see what
Sepsis.
people get
Right.
from us.
And I was going to say, the first time I used my staff code, I think 2 seconds after I placed the order, that's when you messaged me. You're like, yo, nice.
Well, I'm like, I get jealous of people that buy cool stuff from us.
It's a hat and a flag.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Hell yeah.
I want a goddamn flag.
His wall is gonna look sick.
Yo, if people buy flags and go to
He's
Rockfest,
on Twitch right now. It's plain old Bry. Plain old Bry.
Your wall's
Plain
gonna
old
look
Brian.
sick.
wow! I
You're
hope
cool.
I hope you take a I hope you take a picture of that and send it to us. We can put it in the you know what? We should get a couple of those flags for the merch center at Rockfest. So, you know what I mean? And we have the table and then we'll have the flags blowing in the wind.
We should definitely
Yeah.
buy some flags.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It'll add some wind flow.
Do you think that's dumb?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I'm going to come out on stage waving one.
that's cool.
Like a horizontal flag or like a vertical one? You could
No,
do
like
either.
you know, like a flag. You know, like a pirate flag.
Like a sepsis flag.
Horizontal.
Yeah, horizontal. Sorry, I forgot the meaning of English.
The meaning of the word.
Yeah, so that's that. I figured you guys would like that. There's a lot here.
Yeah.
Do you guys put a 1 in the chat if you're not gonna buy a video game ever in your life for $3,000? I still think of virtual reality and augmented reality. We have an Oculus here. I might even play it tonight. We have an Oculus. It's a video game. I don't want to hang out or have sex with people on video games. I don't. And a part of that is because you don't know who you're doing it with.
That's so true.
Gio said to get one of those giant wiggly balloon guys covered in star stickers.
Ooh. Flailing arm.
Man, you
That's
just hit.
Inflatable tube man.
I wonder if they have like skinnier ones. We'll just get Lexi doing that. We'll sell all day.
Covered in stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're just gonna cover Lexi in stickers and just give her sugar. That's it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Did you know those originated in Germany?
Lex, did you want to do the Spotify superfan thing?
Yeah.
I was gonna skip down a couple because no one's gonna buy a video game for $3,000.
Okay.
And you just did the internet one. Thank you.
I didn't.
I should start. You know what I should start doing? Is erasing these as we go down.
Yeah.
How come I never do that?
You didn't think of it till now.
Are you gonna do good old Taylor?
I could do Taylor or
Get
the
her.
Spotify.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Do
Want me to
Taylor.
Taylor?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We love
So, Taylor Swift was recently. There's a bunch of deep fakes of Taylor Swift right now going around the internet, and they're AI generated. For those of you like myself, when I first read this article, that has no idea what a deep fake is, a deep fake is an AI generated image of your favorite person, I'm gonna say, and it's mixed in with another image of something that is not real. AI, some computer made it. It's not a real picture.
that. But it's not always AI.
It's not always AI. Sometimes it's another person just doing it.
Yup, digital
Artists.
Yes, digital
Literally
artists.
just photoshopping stuff together.
That's important because people will go.
It's not just AI.
And it's not new.
This has been going on.
Okay.
This has been going on with people photoshopping people into pictures.
I was going to say, yeah, it just sounds like
That's the-
advanced Photoshop.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So there's a bunch of deep fakes going on about Taylor Swift. And it's bringing up a big problem that a lot of people have with AI, with generating deep fakes, is because of so much misinformation, fake information, fake news, fake images, and it's causing, just like how it is right now in Google and many other places in the internet world, it's causing so much pollution that a lot of people are starting to believe that Taylor Swift got thrown in a dumpster or something. That's never happened. That's not real. And all these celebrities have to go in and be like, this isn't real.
Not everybody that sees. I'll say another one. Recently, I don't know if he's watching now. But recently, I got a pretty alarming phone call in the morning, and the images were sent over at the same time I was getting a phone call, and it was like one of my buddies here in the music industry. Somebody had threatened him and said that if he didn't get back to them and send them some money, then he was going to look like this, and they sent him some graphic images that looked really real of some people being cut up and dismembered. I mean, it was, and to be real with you, like the image hit me before I could sort out.
Right.
So like hadn't I ever seen anything like that before, or hadn't I been in this business, or hadn't I been me, I could see how that could be. As soon as I saw it, it made me angry because I was, the father in me came out. I said, this is nonsense.
Yes, this goes into an update that ChatGPT and a bunch of other AI people have done, and also people that are really talented with Photoshop and photo and video editing and stuff. There's a new update where AI specifically can take pictures and now do videos. And now with this new update, now you're seeing this, where people going and messaging family members and doing that sort of thing.
A major issue that people aren't following here is the law. So a lot of people are following their hearts and their minds, but they're not following the law. And the law says that you can create these things as long as it's not online. You can draw naked babies all you want to. There's not a law that says you can't paint whatever the fuck you want. You can go in the bathroom, close your eyes, and get it done to whatever you want to. It's when you publish it that it becomes an issue. So there's an issue here because there's, even offline, there's going to be technology that can create child pornography of artificial children. See, that's my issue.
Yeah, that's
my issue with it. I think a next level, man, take it off. Like, fuck it being online where it's harmful enough. There's no laws right now that says it can't be created offline. That's the part that
right.
Fuck what's online. Look, I'm gonna point something out to you guys. When we made bullets and alcohol and warships, we fucking killed people and controlled people with them. That's the number one thing we did. When we made books, we wrote 1,000 lies. You know what I'm saying? When we made libraries, we made folklore. We made our, and we used those libraries and weaponized those libraries against poor people that couldn't afford books. And when we made radio and the telephone, there were companies and businesses that exploited people's miseducation. And when we made radio, the world wars and the propaganda and everything that we needed to fuel and fund those wars, they needed the radio to win those wars. You hear what I'm saying? When they cut down trees and made scrolls and parchment paper, they wrote lies on that paper. When telephones and radio were the breaking technology, the richest and the most privileged people bought up the most powerful parts of that technology and weaponized the rest against the people that needed to survive. Same could be said for electricity, bottled water, and bullets. Bullets are meant for shooting people, man. Good or bad. We've never used books and not added to misbehavior. We've never had cell phones and not use them to steal from each other. We've never had a music industry and not exposed and exploited. We've never had a banking system and not taken advantage of it. We've never not had guns and bullets and shot our neighbors. We've never had gods and not used those gods to kill our neighbors. We've never had any part of the internet that wasn't weaponized against another country, against another people. And the same to be said with AI. We couldn't control Bibles and books. We couldn't control libraries. We couldn't control capitalism. We couldn't control religion. We can't control bullets. We can't control education. We can't feed and cure the sick. We can't help the homeless. The old people are sick. We can't. The internet didn't bring us closer. We abuse the internet. We abuse television and commercials. And we did the same thing with, you know what I'm saying? And we do the same thing with social media. And now we're going to do the same thing with the next breaking technology. We didn't go to the moon. We made rockets. Whether we went at some point, I'm saying we don't go. We don't make rockets to go places. We go rockets to shoot our neighbors. We have the radio to trick our neighbors. We have the TV to trick poor people. We've got bullets to use against slaves. We've got technology to hurt poor people. That's what we do with it, isn't it? What are we going to do next? See, I don't need to be on any sides for this. It's just a scientific truth. We haven't done anything. No matter which side, no matter which color, no matter which time or which civilization or which country you want to pick, nobody has done anything but mistreat religious books, mistreat libraries, you mistreat bullets, you mistreat the liquor, you mistreat the pharmacy, you mistreat. There's not an institution, there's not an industry, there's not a corporation that has not been destroyed. There's not anything, there's no turn, there's no technology. And with every turn and break of technology, we got a new person saying it's going to change everything. And now that we don't have TV, now that we don't have radio, we're going to have TV and it's going to show us the light. Now then we don't, and TV never did it for us, it's going to rot your brains, remember? TV's going to rot your brains and we need the internet. That's really going to do it. Then the internet's not enough, we need social media, right? That's not enough. Now we need this new robot that's going to tell us what? What Google couldn't? What is this new thing going to tell us that Google can't lie to us about now? I'm not talking bad about AI. I'm just asking a question. I'm not talking bad about the internet. I'm just asking a question. At what level of it won't we misuse? Just go back in time. First time a human being picked up a rock, he hit somebody in the fucking head with it. First time he picked up a torch, he set somebody on fire with it. We haven't figured out how to start shooting and raping each other. How are we actually going to be able to handle this new technology? We can't handle rocks. We can't pay musicians. We can't pay the rent. Is AI going to tell us how to pay the rent? Match.com tell us how to date. That shit is crazy. I'm just interested to know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just asking.
20 stars from Brandon.
I have absolutely no clue.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you so much, Brandon. And I'm not saying this because I know. I don't know. All I know is what I know. And at every stage, at every level of modern civilization, as far as we can look back historically, there's never been a time when humanity as a whole has not abused the modern technology of that time. Whether it was a god, a Bible, electricity, it doesn't matter at what period in our time on a global scale.
20 stars from Ed.
How come we're getting all these stars?
Thanks, Ed.
Do you guys want me to calm down? I don't know, and I'm not asking this out of fear. I'm just trying to get you guys to think about it. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm talking about this stuff, I think I get really passionate, and it might look like I know something. I don't. I don't know a damn thing. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is I was there when the internet came out. Everybody said they were going to go to the library, and we were going to figure out. We were going to all read Stoic philosophy and.
50 stars from Ed.
Hell yeah.
It's because you got that cool head wrap on.
Mm.
That's what it is.
You guys are great. Thank you.
Remember Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten?
I fucking love that song. That's my theme song.
Dude, do you remember that song? I don't want to hum it because we'll get shot. But you know what I'm talking about?
It's very popular. Very popular song.
So I always liked Natasha Bedingfield.
Good.
I always liked her.
She's awesome.
And I felt that she was always ignored. Well, fuck you all, because Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten blows up on TikTok 20 years later.
Woo! Baby!
Now, I love stories like this. Because this is, after I just badmouth the internet, this is a perfect example of where the internet's really cool. She wasn't even expecting it. Somebody had used her song in one of these TikTokers, and it was just a perfect thing to go with whatever video it was. And wouldn't you have it, her song blows up all over again, and now she is back to being a national star overnight.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Look at that. That just goes to show all of you guys that unlike the old music industry where you had to blow up in the first 6 weeks or
Give up.
right.
50 more stars from Ed.
Thank you, Ed.
This has been quite the evening.
Ed, you're cool.
I'm going to get that new shirt after all.
Yeah, you are.
Yo, do you want to do this last one?
Which one? That last
It's kind of funny. We'll just read it.
I could do it, yeah.
Last one, guys.
So there's a Facebook group out there in the world where the Facebook group is called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?"
I almost joined it because I was like, that sounds fun.
Right?
It's a very popular Facebook group, and it is owned and operated and functioned by a bunch of women on the internet. They get together, and let's say they're about to hook up or go on a date with someone that they just met on Tinder. So they have the guy's picture, they put it in the group, and the women will comment and be like,
I've been with him. Right.
I've been with him, here are the red flags. I've been with him, here are the good times. I've been with him, here are the red flags. And on and
There's
on
like
and on
there's
and
like a dude database now,
Yeah,
like of
holy-
like douchey dudes, and all these girls keep like record of dudes that like don't pay tips or like.
But here's the thing about it. The men don't know, or they're not supposed to know, that they're being talked about in this group. Until this article came out,
Busted.
where there is a gentleman who was being talked about in the group, and I guess he found out that he was being talked about, and I guess there's a lot of red flags with this person. I'm not going to get
I feel like
into
all
it.
the girls like him.
But there's a lot of red flags with this person. I guess everything was being exposed, and he found out and is now suing not only 20 women, $20,000. He is also suing Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg as well for this Facebook group and his information. And
Hosting a platform where his character was assassinated.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got 50 more stars from Chad, by the way.
Oh, thanks, Chad.
You guys legit. I don't know if that means like hurry it up, guys, or like I don't know.
I don't know if you're uncomfortable
That
with
means
the topic.
new shirt and a large pizza.
Right.
We can get 20 more stars, we can upgrade to an extra large.
Guys, thank you so much. I hope all of you are making plans for Rockfest. We have some more show announcements coming up. Not many, so come and book with us. If you guys want to book with Sepsis this year, send us an email because it's professional. or just inbox us on social media. It's fine. You guys have a good night.
Good
We appreciate
night.
you and love you.
See you next week.